All right, welcome back. I moved it over here gently. I propped up the canvas with Dixie cups, and that's how I prop up my canvases. You can use paint stands, you can use plastic cups. I tend to like the Dixie cups because they are paper, they're biodegradable, and they're just simple and easy to use. They don't lift my canvas up too high. I don't have any problems leveling. So let me get this centered on here. And see how I'm getting this dirty? Don't worry about it. You're going to cover it up with paint. So now I'm going to get 3 cups, 1 for each color. Let me get my silicone. It's the magic. And the silicone I am using is the treadmill belt lubricant. It's 100% silicone. And I do have links in below for this. And remember, we're going to fill up to the bottom of the print line with the paint, halfway with the color. And I'll go ahead, pour some in there. This is that Pink Blast. This is the Plum. I'm enjoying looking at this, the one we did earlier, by the way. It's very pretty. I'm loving purples and pinks lately. So I do recommend you using your favorite colors to start with. And then as you do a few of these pieces, try doing colors that you wouldn't expect you would like. Maybe pick your 3 worst colors. I have a friend who did that. She was always into pinks and purples. And then she did this one that was orange with yellow and brown. And I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I want to do something different. And sure enough, most beautiful one I've seen. It's her favorite piece. So that'll be one of the challenges. This is my pouring medium mix. Gonna fill it halfway. And I am going to reuse the sticks. You just have to wipe the sticks off with paper towel. If you're using other colors, let them dry. Otherwise, I do encourage you reuse whatever supplies you can. The clear cup we used on that, just rinse it out, let it dry, you can use it again. These paper cups, the Dixie cups, you really can't reuse. The water starts getting with the paper. You'll see the bottom get soft. They're definitely a one use. Okay, here is the white, and I feel the paint grabbing the stick. I've scraped the bottom and the sides. I got a nice, consistent flow off the stick. So let's do the next color. And I can see this growing a little more as we're watching. And that's the one thing you're going to notice as these pieces dry. Definitely make sure they're level so they stay. But they will grow and they'll move a little bit. Okay. You know what? I think I did this one pretty good this time. Oh, it's a little thin. You see the break in the stream? Let's add a tiny bit of paint. And I might need more plum color. I'll have to go shopping for paint soon. Give that a mix. Whoop. You see that chunky spot right there? This is dried paint. So if you see that, you do need to get that out because it'll dry on your canvas, but it'll be elevated and it'll look a little chunky and not right because it's not anywhere else. So craft paint is notorious for doing that, especially If towards the end of the bottle, I've obviously left that open, and I've been using it. So the air will dry the surface of that craft paint. You'll close the bottle, not realize it, shake it up, and then you'll see it. So I'm glad that happened. I'm glad I could show you. Yeah, this is really nice. It's very creamy, soft. Let me double check this purple. Okay, now the silicone. My rule of thumb is 1 drop per ounce. These are 3-ounce cups. I filled them probably halfway. Let's round up 2 ounces. So I'm going to put 2 drops in each cup. And I decided to put it in here because this, when you open this up, it's not a dropper. It'll just stream right into your paint. This is a controlled drop for the most part. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. If you happen to get 3, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. And maybe that'll be a challenge. Use 3 to 4 drops and see what happens. You want to stir the silicone. Stir gently. You don't want to be vigorous. Don't be angry. You don't want to break up the silicone too much because then you will get small silicone drops. And then you'll end up with teeny tiny cells everywhere, which could be fun. I'm not going to say it's not. It just depends what you're going for. So think of folding the silicone into the paint like you would do cake batter if you're a baker. Set these aside. I'm going to grab me a cup, and I'm just going to go ahead and layer it like I did. Light and dark. And then white. And actually, I think I did dark. We just did alternating. And these paintings make fantastic gifts for your family, especially at Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, birthdays. You can probably do a larger one if you want to do a sentimental wedding gift with the wedding colors maybe. So those are just some ideas. Everyone loves a homemade gift, and these are fabulous. Okay, I'm going to set these cups aside and grab my cup, grab my canvas. I'm going to get the drops off a little bit. Upside down and flip 2 hands. Set it back down. Grab my black paint, give that a little shake, make sure it's mixed, and cover the sides and the edges. And a little ring around here. And remember, this black part is optional. You don't have to do it. It's just a preference I like because I find my paintings turn out a little more unique when I do. Because now I'm slightly incorporating a 4th color just for little highlights like it did right here and in the corners. Just a teeny tiny bits. Okay, let me get a napkin. My edges are covered. Just double check. Alrighty, now for some fun. 1, 2, at there. See all the cells popping up already? That's the silicone. And that would be the difference between no silicone and silicone. So either way is fine. I encourage you to do like I did. Use the same colors and do 2 different pieces. And I'm going to do a little heat. So I see some air bubbles in there. Just going to get those popped. If you don't want to do the heat, don't worry. As you tilt it, those air bubbles will pop also. Just give it a minute to rest. Okay, now let's start. I'm gonna go this way and then center and up here. See how it's just gliding on the surface? And here. And you just want to tilt slowly. If you start tilting too fast, the cells will lose their shape and you'll get more of a marble effect, which isn't bad. It's a good thing. It's just a different effect. So I'm going to go this way. I'm going to just a little bit to the side. And now go back to the middle. And as I'm looking at this, notice how I did not go to the corner up here? I'm really liking that black effect up there. So I think I'm just going to leave that. But do you see the difference? All the cells. I love how this has subtle cells. It reminds me of like Earth. This one, look at all the motion in here. Okay, there we go. I am going to let this dry. I will add some photos at the end so you can see how they dried and how they turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope I was able to help you learn something. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.